If you own an electric golf cart, chances are you've wondered at some point why it feels like the cart is holding back. You press the pedal, the motor clearly has more to give, but the cart just stops accelerating. That's not your imagination. It's the speed limiter doing its job. Manufacturers install speed limiters on golf carts to keep them within certain speed ranges for safety, battery efficiency, and regulatory reasons. Most standard electric golf carts top out somewhere between 12 and 20 miles per hour, even though the motor itself could often push the cart faster. But what if you want a little more speed? Maybe you use your golf cart around a neighborhood, on private land, or as a utility vehicle. In situations like that, removing or adjusting the speed limiter can make the cart significantly more useful and fun to drive. In today's video, we're going to break down exactly how speed limiters work, and more importantly, how to remove or adjust them on the 3 biggest golf cart brands in the world. We'll go step by step through the process for each brand, explain the different types of electronic and mechanical limiters, and talk about the safest ways to increase your cart's speed without damaging the motor or batteries. But before we proceed, ensure that you are subscribed and have notifications enabled so you don't miss new videos and updates from us. Before we go any further, a quick but important note. Removing a speed limiter can make your golf cart significantly faster. However, that may affect braking distance, steering stability, and battery consumption. But what is a speed limiter, and how does it actually work? Well, in most electric golf carts, the speed limiter is controlled electronically through the motor controller. The controller regulates how much power flows from the batteries to the motor. Even if the motor could spin faster, the controller restricts it. There are usually 3 main ways manufacturers limit speed. The first is controller programming. Modern carts often have programmable speed settings built directly into the controller. The second is governor-style limits through throttle mapping or motor RPM limits. The third is hardware limitations, such as low-speed gears, low-power motors, or restrictive controllers. In other words, the speed limiter isn't there because the cart can't go faster. It's there because the manufacturer wants to keep the vehicle within a safe operating range. Once you understand that, removing or adjusting the limiter becomes much easier. If your cart is used on public roads, there may also be local regulations that limit golf cart speeds. Many neighborhoods classify carts as low-speed vehicles, which often have a legal limit of around 25 miles per hour. So always make sure your modifications are safe and legal where you live. Now with that out of the way, let's dive into the specific methods for each brand, starting with EZGO. Most modern EZGO electric carts, especially the RXV and TXT models, use an electronic controller that limits speed through software. The easiest way to remove or adjust the speed limiter is through controller reprogramming. Many EZGO carts use controllers from companies like Curtis Instruments, which can be reprogrammed using a handheld programmer. By connecting the programmer to the cart's diagnostic port, you can change the speed parameters and increase the maximum RPM limit of the motor. Once reprogrammed, an EZGO cart that originally topped out around 19 miles per hour can sometimes reach 23 to 25 miles per hour, depending on the motor and battery setup. Another method involves upgrading the controller entirely. Replacing the factory controller with a high-performance aftermarket unit can dramatically increase speed and torque. These controllers allow much higher current output to the motor, which results in faster acceleration and a higher top speed. However, controller upgrades are usually paired with motor upgrades to avoid overheating. If you want a simple DIY method without replacing hardware, some EZGO models allow you to increase speed by adjusting the speed sensor settings. But remember, bypassing the speed sensor entirely can trigger fault codes in some models, so it's usually better to adjust the controller settings rather than disconnect sensors. Next up, Yamaha. Yamaha electric carts often use a slightly different system compared to EZGO. Instead of a simple programmable speed cap, many Yamaha carts regulate speed through the motor controller and throttle calibration. In some Yamaha models, speed can be increased by recalibrating the throttle input signal so that the controller allows a higher motor output. This process typically involves accessing the controller under the seat and connecting a diagnostic programmer. Another common method is upgrading the motor controller to a higher amp unit. Factory controllers are designed for efficiency and reliability, not maximum performance. A higher amp controller allows the motor to draw more power from the battery pack, which translates into more speed. Some Yamaha owners also install larger diameter tires, which is actually one of the easiest ways to increase speed. Because larger tires travel farther with each rotation, the cart effectively moves faster without modifying the controller. However, tire upgrades can slightly reduce torque, so they're best combined with controller upgrades for balanced performance. Finally, let's talk about club car electric golf carts. Club car carts, especially models like the Precedent and Onward, use electronic speed control systems built into the motor controller. The easiest way to increase speed on these carts is through speed code programming. Authorized technicians can enter different speed codes into the controller to unlock higher speed settings. For example, a stock club car might operate in a golf mode limited to around 15 miles per hour, but when switched to personal transport mode, it can reach speeds closer to 20 miles per hour. Some aftermarket programmers allow owners to adjust these settings themselves. Another approach is installing a high-performance motor. When paired with a stronger controller, upgraded motors can push club car carts well beyond factory speeds. Some performance builds even reach 30 miles per hour or more, although that requires significant upgrades to the motor, controller, and battery system. As with other brands, installing larger tires can also provide a modest speed boost. Now let's go over other ways to make your electric golf cart faster, because even after removing the speed limiter, there are several other upgrades that can dramatically increase performance. One of the most effective is switching to lithium batteries. Lithium packs provide higher and more consistent voltage compared to traditional lead-acid batteries. This allows the motor to maintain stronger output throughout the entire charge cycle. Another upgrade is installing a high-speed motor designed specifically for performance golf carts. These motors spin at higher RPMs, which can significantly increase top speed when paired with the right controller. And finally, optimizing your cart's weight and tire pressure can make a surprising difference in speed and efficiency. So there you have it, a complete guide to removing or adjusting the speed limiter on electric golf carts. Whether you own an EZGO, Yamaha, or club car, there are several ways to unlock more speed and performance. From controller reprogramming and motor upgrades to larger tires and lithium batteries, the right combination of modifications can transform a standard golf cart into a much faster and more capable vehicle. Just remember to prioritize safety and make sure your upgrades match the capabilities of your cart. If you enjoyed this guide and want to see more golf cart tips, reviews, and performance upgrades, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on new videos and updates. Drop a like, check out the other videos on the channel to keep watching and learning, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.